A story of heartbreak, vengeance, and cold-blooded murder. She was a rising star in the police department, respected, trusted. No one knew she was leading a double life, and by the time the truth came out, 7 men were already dead. Amara Fields, 29, was a highly decorated homicide detective in Denver. Sharp, focused, composed. She had a quiet intensity, the kind you earn from surviving something devastating. 5 years earlier, she'd been madly in love with Daniel Cross, a fellow officer. He was charming, ambitious, and manipulative. What Amara didn't know, Daniel was married, with 2 kids. The affair lasted 11 months. When she found out, he dumped her brutally and leaked private texts and photos to discredit her. She was placed on leave, humiliated. Her career survived, but her heart didn't. 2 years later, in 2021, the murders started. Victim 1, a real estate broker, found strangled in his home, mouth stuffed with rose petals. Victim 2, a gym trainer, poisoned and posed in bed like he was sleeping. Victim 3, a motivational speaker, suffocated with a silk pillow embroidered with "Forever Yours." Each man had one thing in common. They all had a history of cheating or manipulating women. The media dubbed the killer the Heartbreaker Hunter. But no fingerprints, no DNA, no connection. Amara, she was helping investigate the case, quietly observing the chaos she created. Amara used her badge to her advantage. She accessed sealed files, autopsy reports, and forensic labs. She planted false leads, blamed jealous exes, and used burner phones. She never reused a weapon, never left a trace. Her ritual was always the same. Meet the men through dating apps using a fake identity. Lure them in with seduction and emotional vulnerability. On the second date, kill them. Leave a single red rose petal near their heart. To the outside world, she was solving murders. Behind closed doors, she was orchestrating them. Ethan Ray, 32, was a private investigator and ex-Marine. They met at a jazz bar. She called herself Ray. She was gorgeous, confident. But her eyes? Always scanning. On their second date, she invited him over. She poured wine. They laughed. Then he started to feel dizzy. But Ethan wasn't drunk. He was drugged. His training kicked in. He faked unconsciousness. I waited. She whispered something in my ear. "You remind me of him." Then I felt something cold. She was pressing a blade against my chest. He lunged. They fought. Blood everywhere. He escaped out the back door with a kitchen knife wound and called the police. When the police arrived, they searched the home she rented under an alias. Inside, photos of all 7 victims, a wall with carved names and red tally marks, blood-soaked love letters signed "Yours Always," and one framed photo, Amara Fields and Daniel Cross. They couldn't believe it. Amara? No way. She's one of us. But DNA from the blood matched her. She had stitched herself into the investigation so tightly that no one questioned her reports. Until the last man lived. Amara was arrested at a crime scene the next day. Cool, calm, in uniform. In court, she smiled as the charges were read. They broke me. I just made them feel it too. She was sentenced to 7 life sentences with no possibility of parole. But to this day, people wonder, were there more? Because in her personal journal, tucked into her locker, she wrote, "Justice is not always blind. Sometimes she's in love." She wore the badge, she knew the system, and she turned heartbreak into homicide. This is the killer mindset. Subscribe for more stories that peel back the darkest layers of the human soul.